This Herbert pulled alongside. What's he hoping to achieve? Outrun a Hornet? Now I wanted to look up here. I had a walk up here last night because the bugger all on the television. Then my mum came for a visit on the way back from Ernie's. So you're not going to the plough, your local, for a pint? So I did do, and it was the usual little old ladies karaoke. Bloody hell, fire, look at that. And I thought, I'll see if there's any takeaways open. There was, look at all that smoke. There was a leaflet behind the door for a new restaurant, and it's where a Chinese restaurant, Kong's, used to be. And they closed down. Me and my mate Kevin at Beetlebud came over and yeah, we had a meal a few years ago when he came over to buy some beetle stuff. I said, come on, I'll show you this Chinese, we'll go for a meal. I just spent hundreds of pounds. It was very good buying my Beatles collection when I needed some money quickly. Anyway, it was quite expensive. I think we had one of those 5-course banquets. And we're the only customers in. And it closed down about 18 months ago. Anyway, this new restaurant is Indian, the Royal Sultan Restaurants and Takeaway, but they do kebabs and all sorts, so sometimes it's not a proper Indian, is it, if they do all sorts of other guns. It's like that one there, Chicken Village. They do curries, but it's not proper Indian curry, it's just a slop. But anyway, I ended up just going home and having a couple of burgers in a butty. I had a couple of burgers in the fridge. You'll eat anything, won't you, after a couple of pints. I still had some beer left from Christmas that my mum and Ernie got me. He got me one of those sets of half a dozen cheap, and it has to be said, cheap and nasty beers. One tastes like soap, and I've not had any others. Mum bought me 3 bottles of Bishop's Finger, that's very good. Shepherd Neem, 5.4% Bishop's Finger. So I had one of them, then went to my local. Only 2 pints, but I did feel hungry after. One pub was closed, it's normally very busy. Like I said before, people just don't go to pubs anymore, I don't know why. And it's surely it's a social thing, not necessarily going out to get plastered, although a lot of people buy some cheap stuff from Aldi, glug it at home for a couple of hours, and then when they're almost paralytic, they stagger to the local pub for the last orders and just have 2 or 3 drinks in the local pub. So you get the atmosphere and a bit of music and see a few friends. And then you have the desired effect of getting slightly squiffy as well. I mean, a proper good night out, I've always said, talking at least £50, depending how much you drink. It's alright, that menu wasn't going fast. You judge how fast they're going, don't you? I was going to go to Rivington, but it said on the radio 5 degrees. I've not got my thermometer on, but it isn't 5 degrees, it's a lot colder. I bet it's about 2. Bloody road. It's a subsidence there. Subsidence, it's subsidence. So I'll just do the little countryside tootle. Whilst applying the back brake. I'll pull over in that lay-by and I'll show you the brake. It's progressing quite well. Everyone said replace the disc as soon as possible, but when I said it was badly scored, it's actually smoothing out quite nicely. So is a new disc really necessary? What's going to happen? Is it going to fall to pieces? I think I know what you mean. If it's scored, you think it might make a weak point and start to buckle. Maybe. And the lad at work said his disc was so thin it warped, it got red hot when he was jamming on. He's got a little Yamaha trail bike, I don't know what it is. Not a YBR 125. Yeah, my disc got red hot and then it warped, it was wobbling. That's an idea. I said mine's not that bad, I just felt and there isn't even a lip. The disc I replaced a couple of years ago nearly had a really nasty lip on, and I was there with a file trying to file it down. Someone said no, if you're having to do that it's time for a new disc. And the bloody shot fitted one off a CB500 and it had, not going down there again, it had a different location point. You know, the original was solid and this one has got cutaways in, so it's exposing all the innards of the wheel. I had to paint it black because it exposed all the gunny grey bits from the wheel, you know what I mean? All the castings were exposed. Wondering if there's any icy patches. The road to Rivington might have. No, I'll go there sometime else. Behind now. I know I should do a lifesaver, but I've just looked in my convex mirror, so-called blind spot mirror. I actually set them buggers wrong because they're, you know, got some depth there, can you see? And the narrow there, you can turn them and adjust what it sees. You know, either your shoulder or that away, and I turned it and I've set them slightly wrong. That's not so bad. Down a bit. You know what I mean, don't you? When you can see there where it's meant to be in the big mirror, the little mirror should be down just a bit of your shoulder and elbow, but down to see if there's anything on your immediate right or left. I could always readjust them, but I've squidged some black silicone in now because sticky foam gave way. Fitted them lights yesterday. I know I keep on about them, but they kept pinging out when they were the filament type, so I noticed these on eBay, which are the cob light type. And I've also, I thought, how did water get in the last one? Was it water that pinged them out? I got my little pot of smooth satin black hammerite, little kids paintbrush. You buy them little packs of 20 paintbrushes for £1 from the pound shop. And I painted around the glass and sealed it with hammerite. So that'll stop any water getting in, I hope. And we'll see if they last all summer. Problem solved if they do last. Right, this disc. Are you all gonna still say, get it changed, you mad bastard? I've just been going around the edge with some sandpaper. But you can see the scoring. That's a rough bit there. Oh, it's a bit warm. It's got, you can't see, can you? When I was cleaning it, they might have just pinged off, because they keep pinging off little slivers, like I said, of metal deposits from the metal pad. And as I said, there's no lip there. Ah, ooh. Needs a good clean. I should have cleaned it, shouldn't I? But my nose started running. Hope I'm not starting with a cold. There's a flu epidemic. Japanese flu, Australian flu. What's the other one? French flu. And there's meant to be an epidemic and it's getting a lot worse. Caused purely by people sneezing at work or in the office, if you work in an office. If someone's got a cold, it should be isolated. Like in Japan, wear a bloody mask. Good idea what they have. You might put his mask on instead of snotting his germs all over and causing epidemics. You snot-nosed pillock. No, they should. Found dust masks. You sell them at the pound shop. Or I send them home sick. That twerp of a boss at our place said, if people shouldn't be having time off with a cold, you can still work with a cold. And actually, it's lack of sleep. That's what makes you ill. If you're not sleeping, if you're choking. Last time I had a cold, I seem to get them colds where you cough and choke, you know, and you wake up. And I keep a bottle of buttercup syrup aside of the bed, have a glug of it. And then you manage to get to sleep because your sore throat is eased temporarily. And you wake up again an hour later choking. So if you had no bloody sleep, that's the danger, isn't it? So imagine a boss saying, you shouldn't be having time off with a cold. I know you can blow your nose at work and take lozenges. But like I said, it's lack of sleep at work. Don't you understand anything? I've just been in the car accessory shop for some little red terminals because little Wallace on the back was on 2 blue ones. £2.40 for it, £1.20 a pack. They're called pearly whatnots, little packets with 3 female ones in shielded and 4 male ones unshielded. £2.40. How things at work? I said crap as usual. I said I've applied for other jobs but heard nothing. I said you put your age on, 53, 54 in March. And I said I think employees think that people in their 50s are doddering old fools. And I said I've heard nothing. I said but they should realise that experienced chaps in their 50s don't stand around yakking about drugs, drink and women and football. Or do they? Well, I don't. Yes, I've set off in third again. Have to get out of that silly habit. I'm going home now. Cobbler's to any. Another place I was going to go, Winfield's, because there's a cafe there. So I'll go to Winfield's, have a nice brew and a slice of cake, have a look at the bikes. And I was going to get some cheap waterproof trousers and Benelli, the Bennett's, like hiking waterproof trousers, only £9.99. But last time I went, I said 32, have you nothing longer than 32? No. Aren't they long enough? I said no. I said when you sit on a bike they'll ride up, won't they? They ride up with wear. And the reason I want some more, my spare pair, I've got 2, well I had 2 pairs and 1 pair has disappeared. I'm sure I remember hanging them up at work and I think someone's pinched my trousers. Donald wears your trousers. Wind blows high, the wind blows low. Steve wears the trousers. Yeah, who'd pinch a pair of trousers? The mate said, no, who'd pinch your trousers? I said, well, I hung them up to dry. And then I don't remember putting them back in my pocket. I thought they'd flew out of my pocket. And my big fluorescent jacket, but no, they've definitely gone. So I just have 1 pair now, my old pair. They're a bit leaky. You're doing Albert, can you see my high vis? I'll have a look round the park before I go home. It is freezing, glad I didn't go to Rivington. I've only got my thin jeans on as well. I should always make the effort to put thick leathers on. When I watch all those Americans videos, they wear bloody t-shirts and shorts, don't they? And I said to someone, I was phased biker, I said, well, why not wear a cordura, zip out the lining, so you've got all the protection, you know, the padded armour. That's Ian again, what's he doing? He should be out on his bike if he still has them. That's that lad that had the Hayabusa. I never see him on his bike these days. He's on an old video at Rivington. I filmed him and then he asked me to delete it in case his ex-wife, as if his ex-wife had seen it. Can you delete that video? Because if my ex-wife sees it and sees that I'm buying motorbikes, she'll want some more money off me. Yeah, I'll get home, I'm going to clean both my helmets. This one's full of... oh, no, yeah, on fire. This one's full of guns. Let's have a look at that bloody dip. Wasn't a pothole, it was just a dip. Was it that I went down? Between two drains. Something's gone on there. So there's a gap either side, so what's we been doing? Just a dip in the road. Well, I went down to Aldi earlier and I'll show, in fact, because it's just down here, I'll show you that. I could go in and tell the Pakistani owner that someone's going to crack a bloody axle or a wishbone thingy. You're pulling in out of it. Is that another road there? Yeah, and if they had a bag of sand and cement and a bag of gravel, they could mend it themselves, but are they going to wait till someone has a serious bloody amount of damage to the car and then possibly sue the little supermarket? I'm having a fag. Now, when are they going to ban that smoking at the wheel? I was watching those police things again yesterday, police interceptors and all that, and they stopped an old chap. What's your job? I'm a professional driver, just get on and effing find me. Don't start with the attitude, well, it's just a money generating thing, bloody mobile. I could be doing anything. What if I had a cigarette? Well, it wasn't a cigarette, it was your mobile. Yeah, just a bloody money making exercise. And then you called the copper a name and asked you for a letter name. And he said, if you keep up with that attitude, I'll take you to the station and charge you with breach of the peace or something. And then you come out with a classic thing, have you nothing better to do? And he said, well, yes. He said, that's very common, saying rapes, murders, burglaries. He said, because I'm dealing with people on the mobile phones, I can't be doing my normal duties. Doing all of it. That's that hole I was just going to show you. Well, it's awful, look at that, there's holes all over. Look at that. You see, must be about 5 inch deep. So that's a responsibility of the little supermarket, surely. And that same lorry just turned round. Imagine if that blew up. Bang. I know I'm just waffling to fill in the silence whilst pressing the back brake. I didn't really do much braking down that hill from up the lay-by. That was the idea, go somewhere hilly. Look at this. This is oh, it's just been mended apparently. The car went through that wall. Probably either a drunk driver or a silly bugger. Yeah, I think I'll have a look down here. Is that new? Albert Street, can you see that? I used to work at a place down here when I was first with the job agency. I had 3 weeks of night shifts at the place. Oh, there, Netflix. What are you doing down here? A little girl will be freezing. And I was taking £315 a week home here. But when I went back, see if I had any normal jobs. Oh, there's a second building. They expanded. The chap met me on the bloody car park. Yes, he run downstairs, he saw me approaching the main entrance. Can I help you? I said, yes, I worked here for 3 weeks and I wondered if you're taking people on permanently. No, you're an employee via the agency, don't we? Weren't you here? I said, yes, I'm just wondering. Oh, yeah, employee via an agency, minimum wage. Rather than pay a full bloody decent wage. I've just been looking online. I look every day because I still get all those email alerts, and they're all minimum wage for even machine operators. One was a quality inspector, assembly work, making assemblies of something or other. He didn't specify what, and then quality inspecting them and then packing them, minimum wage. Here's a shower of greedy bastards. Indicator left on. Oh, is that, someone said that had closed down. That was a cardboard box factory. It's closed as well. Or has it? Let's have a look. Zimpler Kids. Palatine Mill, 1903. My grandma said there were 22 mills in this town. Bustling, busy mills producing cotton. Got the cotton bales from America. Cotton pickers in the fields to send the bales over to Lancashire. And Lancashire was known the world over for producing high quality woven cotton. Just in sort of sheets to make, send on and make into clothing elsewhere. Yeah, the cardboard box factory just making cardboard packaging, so why would that shut down? And I applied for a job there, but it's agency, we use an agency in Preston. And this would be imagine working here, pissing about getting bloody taxis to work, because it's about 5 minutes walk from where I live. This is your railway line. It was a loop line from Blackburn. Not sure where it went. And the station was down near that pub I go in, near Aldi. I just downloaded some pictures actually. I could upload them to this, but it'll mean being in 480p if I do some editing. It's only an old railway station, but it was closed with Beeching, that knob. It was employed by British Rail to save British Rail lots of money, and he did do by closing thousands of stations, but I've been through all that before. But that was the old Great Harwood railway line. He said his investigations were fundamentally flawed because he just monitored all the passengers off peak times when people are going to work. You know, it was all fiddled. Oh yes, we were there on a Saturday and only 100 people got on, therefore it's not economically viable. It would have been about 80 in the mornings and then idling during the day. I don't know. I was thinking what can I have to eat this evening. I've got 2 eggs in the fridge. Let's have a look up here. Can't keep living off takeaways. Cost a bloody fortune. I don't know how were to go. I could go to Morrison's and get some grub for tonight. And because I'm on earlies next week, 6 till 2, I don't normally have anything to eat. I normally feel a bit ill if I have anything salty. You know, if I take a couple of pies or something, because it's 10 o'clock high meal time, I start feeling rather ill. So normally I'll have just a bag of crisps and a tin of rice pudding and a brew. Isn't that fascinating? Isn't that riveting? And on that note, I think I'll call it a do. No Rivington, no Winfield, just a tootle round. And the back brake seems like it's going to be fine by the end of the week. So it wasn't a complete disaster, I'm relieved to say. Can't afford a disc. £80, £85 for an EBC disc, although Bandit Nev said the cheap Chinese ones are quite good quality. Got light still on. Yeah, hopefully it'll last forever now with those cobs instead of little filaments and the paint on. Keep the rain out. How long have we been filming? Half an hour. That's 25 minutes too long. Bye for now.